And welcome back to Chingy's World, guys. I'm so excited to have you guys back in my world as per usual. Guys, today we're going to talk about a subject that I guess comes close to most of us because we live in a busy world, and sometimes it's hard to tell between those that are busy or emotionally unavailable. So that's today's video. Is he busy or emotionally unavailable? So today I'm going to be talking about whether, the guy or the woman that you're dating is busy or emotionally unavailable. Right, so if you guys don't forget, if you're new to this channel, welcome to Chingy's World. Make sure you press the subscribe button, leave a comment, and hook up with me on Instagram and Facebook because that is where I hang out. Hello. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I have been in this situation more than once, and I remember the first time when you really like somebody, you really want to get to the bottom of it. I've always dated guys that are very career focused, that are great in the career, so top in the career, who tend to be very successful, even if they're carpenters or whatever. They tend to be really busy professionals or busy with their businesses. So I've always dated men who were extremely busy because unfortunately or fortunately, anyone who's in business will understand how busy life can get when your income is in your hands. You can't afford to indulge yourself in the way that most people can. I get so busy sometimes that I don't even know where I forget to eat. I was saying to a friend of mine that I get so busy that I can sort of feel myself getting faint around 6ish and think, why am I feeling faint? Have I had something to eat today? And I will literally look through my day and realize that from the time I woke up, having to do the school run, having to do this, having to record a video, I've just come from a Christmas party and made something for my son to eat, and now I'm recording this video. Then I've got a business meeting in an hour or so, and then I've got guests coming for dinner. I've got so much. I've got a guest coming over for the night. I have so much that I can do in a day that sometimes I don't even get to breathe. But that is not all the time. That is not my life. That is not my 24-hour 365 days of the year lifestyle. But it probably would be an accurate 60% of my time in terms of the year can get that kind of crazy busy. The rest of the time, I've got a momentum. I know what I'm doing. I sometimes respond to you guys on my Facebook and my Instagram. That's why sometimes if you're, if those of you on my Instagram, I might ask you to join me on my Facebook because I can voice mail you, because it's easier for me to cook and answer you than to stop and actually chat. So I am always finding ways to get messages back to you at times where I can look at my emails. So yes, I can get extremely busy, and the man that dates me has to be somebody who has a similar schedule. But the question really is, it's never about schedules and busyness. I completely and truly believe that we have time for our priorities. We have time for the things that truly matter to us, the things that we place high value on. So I never not turn up for my job because I know the value that it has in my life. So I will show up for my job. It doesn't matter how busy I am. It's not my job that suffers. Everything else will suffer. I am there for my son, front and center. If I have to leave work early and not get paid for certain things so I can be there for my son, if I have to take a pay cut so I can give time to my son, it's a non-brainer. The truth is, no one is so busy. No one is busy for their priorities. Now, the guy that you're dating, the woman that you're dating, probably has told themselves that they're so busy they can't give you the time and the attention that you want, because sometimes we're faced with something extraordinary, something beautiful. Sometimes we meet somebody who's just amazing, but we're just not feeling them, or something about them doesn't trigger enough of what it takes on the inside of us to just put everything aside and to commit to that person. And that's because we're not that into them. We might not want to lose them. So it's easier for me to say, I'm really busy. I've got such a busy schedule. and truly believe it, in my heart, that what's keeping me from spending time with you is because I'm busy. Because everybody who knows Chengi's busy. Everybody who knows, that person, you are like the busy person. Now, that person is emotionally unavailable. There might be emotion, it might not even be about you. They might be truly attracted to you, truly into you. They might truly have this desire to be with you, but something emotionally is closed for them, so they're not willing or able to open up their hearts right now in order to risk falling in love or risk being hurt, because maybe the relationship they were in was really painful, or they just are not ready. They're just not ready. They have a love for something else that takes that spot. They have a love for their music. They have a love for their children. They just want to spend more time with their children. They have a love that supersedes any desire they may have to be mated. And it may have nothing to do with you. You may be the best possible partner they could ever want or need, but right now they're just not in that place. And busy is the best 21st century excuse I have met, because a person that is so busy that they don't have time to give a romantic interest, time and attention, baby, you're not the one. And if you are the one, then it's not the right time. Sometimes sometimes as relationship coaches, we come heavy down on people. We're like, you know what, you're just not the one. It's just not that into you. But sometimes it's got to do with timing. Timing can make or break a relationship. Meeting somebody who has just come out of a relationship, or who's just started a new job, or who has just started something new that is demanding and calling on their time, that means there is a conflict. They are still trying to establish themselves in this, but emotionally they can't stretch themselves, because no matter how passionately they feel about you, they understand that they need to maybe focus on that, or maybe a tragedy, they've just lost a parent or something. So sometimes we're victims of timing. Maybe that person is into you, but they cannot prioritize you because there is another trauma that is taking priority. There is another thing. There's a change in their lives that is taking priority. And so what they say to you is, I am busy, because you can't say to somebody, well, this is taking my priority. Because if I say to you, I am busy, then you have to pretty much work with that. And then if I outline how busy I am and what's going on, and my child and my dog and my cat, then you would be an unreasonable human being to penalize me for being busy. But actually, in a way, I am stringing you along because I don't want to lose you. I'm hoping that I can situate myself, sort out stuff in my business, sort out stuff at work, sort out stuff with my mom, my dog, my cat, sort out stuff with me, maybe sort out stuff with the timing. Then I'll get back to you. I don't want to say no, because if I say no, you're going to be out there on the market and open to every other person. But if I kind of string you along, and usually people who do that are not being mean and horrible and wanting to use you, they're just trying to buy their time. But here's the thing. This is what I have learned. And if you are a busy person and you are struggling to keep your partner happy because they're going on about how you're so busy, you don't have time for them. A lot of people who are busy feel like the other have decided what they think the other person needs from them. So they give nothing. They've decided that actually especially guys, they decide, oh, she's going to want to go out on dates. She's going to want this. She's going to want that. She's going to want this. She's going to want my time. She's going to want to make a call her, to text her. She's going to want all of these things, of which all of these things are going to pull on my time. Therefore, what I'm going to do is just sort of disappear into my work, and then she will decide at some point, and then she can keep herself busy. Maybe I could text her and sort of keep her, because you, the busy person, have decided that the person that you are dating wants everything from you. I can 100% tell you that if you are the busy person, have a conversation with the other person. I think men can be so cowardly emotionally that sometimes you shipwreck something that could be amazing, because the reality of it is you just, I don't know how many times I've dated busy guys who I just think, I'm busy too. Why don't we just have a conversation about this? Why don't you just say, boo, you know what, you're busy, I'm busy, let's have one date a month that is just for you and me. You know, we won't be able to see each other over the week. I might not be able to text you every day. I might not be able to call you every day. I might feel like a ghost, but let's have one weekend a month that is just for us. Let's plan it. I will look in my diary, give me the days, the weekend that you're available, I'll give you the weekend I'm available, and then it's going to be just us time. It's just going to be our time together. You know what, I would have appreciated that a million times more for somebody, because then you have something to look forward to. You can focus on your work, especially if you're a busy girl like me. I can just put my energy on my work, knowing that on the 5th of January I'm going away with my boo. We're going to go and spend a wonderful time away together. We're going to get to re-engage. How has it been with you? How has it been going on? We can bond again. But above all, I have that day that I can look forward to. I think, oh, I'm going to see him then. And because I'm busy, it's going to come by very, very quickly. And when we have that moment, we will then decide how we're going to move the relationship to the next stage. But what most men do is that they simply don't have the conversation. You hide away. Men just hide away in their little cave and hope that you don't yell at them, hope that you don't come after them, hope that you are just going to be this princess that's going to sit around looking so pretty, waiting for when they're ready for you to come back, when their schedule is not so busy anymore. Right? That's what most men hope for, that, you know, you're just gonna be the superwoman who can just tolerate. But a conversation can go a long way. Babe, I might not be able to text you every day, but look, whenever I get a minute, I'm just gonna check in on you. Even if I get home really late at like 4 a.m., I'm gonna send you a message saying, hey, I'm thinking about you, I hope you had a good sleep. You know, I've got such a busy schedule tomorrow, but I'm thinking about you. Even if that happened, I might not be able to do that, you know, for 3-4 days in a row, but I want you to know that I'm always thinking about you. You know, it means the world to somebody who is dating a busy person, and it allows that person to decide whether that works for them or not. And I think that is the greatest fear, is that we don't want to show somebody that I can only give you breadcrumbs until the end of the month when I can give you a whole loaf, in the fear that they're going to leave. But the reality is, you have given them that option in the beginning, so you can freely be yourself as you go along. You know, I think the thing that really hurts a lot of women, what really hurts us, is this thing where you don't call, you don't text, you don't keep in touch, but you're all busy on social media. You know, you are online on your WhatsApp or whatever. We can see that you are active. Now, if you do that to me, if you try and figure out if I've got time on my WhatsApp, I live, my business is online. I live on my phone. I live and breathe on my phone. That's what I do. And 90% of the time, I am doing business of some kind, some shape, some form. I'm talking to somebody who is business orientated. I hardly chit chat with my mates on WhatsApp. I don't really chit chat on social media. Anything that I'm posting is to do with my business. Now, you know, but if I am telling a guy that I'm too busy to see him, or, you know, I've got so much, he's not going to interpret that well. But if we have the conversation, and as I go along on this channel, I'm going to be hoping to really educate the guys on having a conversation. Hiding away in the shadows and hoping it all goes away never fixes it, right? But for us girls, you have to therefore decide to yourself that a guy who was so busy that he cannot give you time and attention, and his reason is busy, if he is not having the conversation, if he is not explaining himself and giving you something that you can hold on to and following through, because there's no point in you calling me on the one date that we have and cancelling because of your kids, the dog, the cat. It has to be sacred. If that is not what he's doing, if he's not having that conversation with you, the truth is you're just not a priority. The timing is wrong, but there's nothing wrong with that. It just means that you need to find what works for you right now. You need to go ahead and find the relationship that is going to give you what you need. The worst thing you can do is wait around for a busy person, because a busy person is not waiting around for you. A busy person, if you wait around hoping that one day they'll stop being busy, what they will think is that you're okay with busy. Okay, that you will be okay with busy, and they can be busy for the next 4 or 5 years because you're okay with it. So what I recommend that you do is you be the big girl, put on the big girl pants, and say to this guy, look, I know you're busy, but we need and I really wanted to have a conversation with you about moving our relationship forward. Is this a good time for us to have this conversation, or when is a good time for us to have this conversation? And just have it out. Just have the conversation. Say to the guy, look, I understand that you're busy, so am I, but I need to know if this is a relationship you want to be in, or maybe the timing is wrong, or you're just not into me anymore, in which case it is absolutely fine for you to move on. But I am going to start seeing other people and exploring other relationships with other people, because this is not the relationship that I want. This is not the relationship that meets my needs. It's therefore, you've put it out there that you're going to go and start meeting other people who can meet your need, who can prioritize you, who want to prioritize you, because that's the relationship that you want. Stop hammering at a guy and abusing him and yelling at him because he cannot give you what you want, or is unwilling to give you what you want. The truth of the matter is, people who use busyness as a reason why they cannot see you are generally emotionally unavailable. They're not available emotionally for you, because let me tell you something. When that person is available for you emotionally, when they are there available emotionally, there's no trauma, there's nothing happening, they will stop. Their friends will be like, we don't get to see you anymore, where have you been? Like, you're this mystery man, like what's going on with you? You've become a stranger. Their world will start to complain. Their world will start to notice. At work, people will be like, you're different, you don't focus so much. Because when somebody is emotionally available, then they tend to go all in, and they naturally start to shed the other things in their lives that probably were just keeping them busy, but weren't holding a lot of value, because this thing, you have come into their lives and you carry more value. But you cannot impose that on another person. You can't say to that person, I am valuable and you need to give me time. They have to see that within themselves. So somebody who uses that excuse that they're busy is in fact emotionally unavailable, either because the timing is wrong, the things going on in their lives, or they're just not that into you. They're just not that into you. Or they haven't been able to perceive your value. When we say a guy's not that into you, I know it seems harsh, but sometimes it's not because there's anything wrong with you. It's just perhaps they just don't see the value. One of the things about being a diamond is that not everyone knows the difference between high value diamonds and just cheap diamonds. No one knows. Not everybody knows, but only a trained eye knows. And sometimes you can meet somebody who was attracted to you because of your sparkle, but they don't know how to read when they found a true treasure. So, ladies and gents, is that person unavailable, or are they just are they busy or emotionally unavailable? My answer is emotionally available, and I want to hear what you guys think down below in the comment section. Make sure that you leave a comment, like, and I'll see you guys on Instagram, Facebook, and I would say Twitter, but I'm never on there, not at the moment. So I see you guys at Chengi's World on Facebook and Instagram. Love you guys. Mwah.